That was when JD realized he wasn't going anywhere. He'd have to walk home. JD pulled off onto the shoulder as far as he could, grabbed his GHB, or get home bag, from the back seat, locked his truck, then started walking.
Hi, I'm John Grammer, author of the America Overrun series, and if you've read my books, it talks about a get home bag. Today I'm going to give you a brief, quick, what a get home bag is and how to put one together, or what to put in it. So a get home bag is exactly what it says. It's to get you home or to a safe place when tragedy strikes, whether it's natural disaster, car breaking down, whatever the situation is, to get you to safety. It has everything in it that you would need. First thing you need to do is find out what you're going to put everything in. So you need your receptacle. We use a backpack. There's all different kinds. It could be, this was one we bought for hiking. It's just a regular standard book bag size backpack, and that's what I'm going to put the stuff in for today. This is my old day pack from when I would go hiking with the family, all the way up to a multi-day pack here, this is my hunting pack. One of the things we did is we took our kids' backpacks that didn't look like Transformers or something, and were still good, and they wanted a new one, and we used those for the kids as hiking packs, get home bags, whatever. But like I said, this is just a get home bag. It doesn't need to be huge. Whatever you decide, how much stuff you want to carry, decides how big your receptacle is, and the physical abilities, the distance you have to go. You know your personal. I don't travel more than 10 or 20 miles from the house most of the time, so this is what would be left behind the seat in the truck, or obviously, or in the back of the trunk of the car. There's going to be other things you would keep in your car that you would grab to put in, so you got to make sure you have enough room. I always keep water bottles in my car, so I don't keep water in my get home bag. You're going to need water or a way to purify your water. So you're going to need a water bottle. I would say keep it empty unless you're regularly drinking out of it. This is a water bottle that has a water filter in it, so you don't need to carry a separate filter. And then you can just use, as long as the water is not muddy or something, it'll filter out any of the garbage, bacteria, something like that. So that would be the easiest thing to do, is just have something like this. If you're a bladder kind of person, this is one that I use for hunting. I like it because it's easy to clean and you don't have mold and stuff built up in it. So what we have in ours is I have the water bottles, and then we have this. This is a whole system. It's like a life straw. You can screw it onto a water bottle and drink it. There's a water pouch bag in here. So it's everything you need in a little box. The other thing that I use, that I have in all my packs, is something to make the water taste different other than water. Sometimes the water is safe to drink, but it tastes like garbage. And sometimes you need a little pick-me-up. So there's a caffeinated, it's called Wake Up Water. I like it. You're also going to need shelter from the climate, no matter what time of year it is. You're going to need, whether it's the sun, rain, cold, you're going to need to protect yourself, especially if it's longer than an hour to walk. You're going to need appropriate clothing for your weather. I usually will keep that in the truck, coats or whatever I need. If you dress pretty formal, like shirt and tie for work, skirt and high heels, you're going to want to make sure you have appropriate footwear. Just an old pair with some good insoles in them. Store it in your trunk or your car, so that if you have to change a tire or whatever the weather is, you can walk home if you need to, along with weather appropriate outerwear and extra pair of, if you wear skirts all the time or something like that, you want pants that you can change into, and a good pair of socks. First thing we have is your survival blanket. It's a Mylar blanket. I choose to have them in instead of the orange camouflage, because in a get home situation, you may need to take shelter off the side of the road or somewhere in the city where you don't want to beat this neon sign. The next thing is a Mylar poncho. It's the same material. These are all reusable too. And then this one is a Mylar sleeping bag. It's a bivy. They call them bivy bags. They're just emergency sleeping bags. It's just another layer to protect you with. And then this one is a emergency tent. It's made out of Mylar. It's a little pup tent. It comes with paracord. All you need, you can tie it up between 2 trees. You can use your trekking poles or branches for the poles in the tent. So that covers your shelter, along with a tarp or garbage bags. And you don't have to have all of this in there. Depending, like I said, it can be as big, as elaborate as you want. If your get home bag is, you work 10 miles from your house, you probably aren't going to need more than a poncho and maybe a blanket. Food is the next one that you're going to need. This is it's emergency food ration bar. It's supposed to be 3 days worth of food. It's got 12 squares, and each square is supposed to be 4 to 5. I think it's 400 calories. So it's really pushing it for 3 days. If you're sitting around on the couch, it'd probably get you through. But for walking home, it's really more like a day and a half. But it's actually pretty good. It tastes like shortbread. And it's pretty heavy, so depending on what you want to put in there. I carry these in my hunting pack. It's just individual size trail mix. I have a bunch of those, so I usually throw those in. And then I always carry raisins in my backpack just for a sugar rush. You can do your own granola bars, protein bars, whatever it is you like that you can eat on the run that you don't have to cook. Or you could do the cooking if you wanted to, but that's just more stuff you have to carry. And just remember, it's to get you home quickly. This would complete a get-home bag for the most part, but I go a little bit above that, and I carry lights. So I have this. This is a head lamp that's a bar, or flashlight like this. This is the Anker Boulder. I love it. It's heavy. You can use it for your protection if you have to also. And then one of the things on the lights I like to have is glow sticks. They're cheap. You break them, and shake them, and they last for about 12 to 24 hours. These ones I actually tested the other day in our bathroom, and it glowed for about 36 hours, but it really didn't put off light after about 24. Always carry 1 or 2 just to carry in case you're hauled up somewhere where you don't have light and you don't want to waste your batteries on your phone or your flashlight. You can use this for radiant light when you're in an extremely dark situation. So this is the spent glow stick that I tested the other day. They're about 6 inches. They have a hook here so you can hang them from a tree, around your neck. The good thing I like about these is they work underwater. So if you're wanting to see how deep something is, you can snap one of these and throw it in. And they stand up by themselves, so put them on the toilet. The power goes out. Don't have to worry about candles. So they have a lot of purposes too. You're going to need first aid supplies, just a basic first aid kit. I got this from. This is one I've carried for years. It's just one that's just basic band-aids and basic stuff. I also included in mine, I carry a tourniquet. I have way extensive, more medical kit, but you just need something for blisters and cuts and scrapes, for the most part, sprains. And that is a good knife. We have these just cheap ones I got off of Amazon, but they're really good quality. They're heavy. This is one, just your SOG utility knife. This one's really light, and it would be great for packing around, and it's cheap. It's like 20 bucks. So, a good knife or multi-tool, fire starting. You should have matches, lighter, something like that. One of the knives that I use has a ferrule rod on it, and so I carry that everywhere, or it's in the pack. But you want to have weatherproof matches, lighter, two forms of way to get a light fire going if you need to. These are Zippo Typhoon matches. They're weatherproof. They're windproof, waterproof. My next one is communications. If your cell phones are out, you're going to want some sort of communications. This is just a BAOFENG 5-watt radio. When you buy them in this package here, there's 2 in the box. Doesn't do you any good to buy ones. You got to buy at least 2, but there's 2 in the box. I bought a 4-pack of them, and it comes with the longer antennas, earpieces, everything you need. It's a whole kit. But for my get home bag, these are the ones I use for hunting. They're a little bit heavier, but they're 8-watt or 10-watt. I can't remember, but they work really well. The reason I like these is because you can charge them. The base is a USB port. So you can use your portable battery pack to charge it. And so that's the only reason that I like this one better for this purpose, because you can plug it into a battery pack, where this base is your standard US plug, your standard plug. So that's one thing I put in that's not necessarily part of it. Most people use their cell phone, but if cell phones are down, you're going to want something to communicate with, whether it's a radio or a CB or whatever. Another thing, if you take medications, make sure you have an extra dose or a couple of days dose of medications in your backpack. I've got pretty bad arthritis, so I've got my arthritis meds, my NSAIDs, my Tylenol, some allergy meds, some Tums. Yeah, so I just have my basic couple of days worth of pain meds and allergy meds, and then stomach meds, anti-diarrhea meds. Those are that I carry. I keep them in all my packs. What are you going to do if you have to go to the bathroom and there isn't a public restroom? You're going to have to find a place to go. So if you want to keep your socks, you might want to put some TP in there. We also have rope. If you want to do a hank of paracord, you don't need a whole hank, but you'll want at least 15 or 20 feet of rope. Depending on where you live, how far you're going, you're going to want cash. If there's an issue with the internet or power, you're not going to be able to use your cards. So you'll want some cash that's in your backpack. You know, I wouldn't go maybe $50 in 5s and 10s and 1s. So all of that stuff that we talked about fit in just a regular book bag size backpack. And that should get you going. If you have any suggestions on what to put in a get home bag that you like, or something I missed, comment below. If you like the content, like and subscribe, and share with others. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.